made it. This is going to be a short video, okay? Not going to be too long. Nice and short. Straighten up my shirt there a little bit. Nice and short video we're going to make today. Real short video. I'm going to play you guys some unlisted videos that I posted within the past year, more or less. Past year, 18 months, something like that, right? So you guys see the title of the video. It's about why is all this stuff going on in the U.S. trucking industry. This is going to be a little bit different than what you guys heard, because the information is basically out now. Basically out. Some trucking companies have cameras facing the drivers. Some trucking companies have listening devices in the trucks, things like that. And none of my business, right? None of my business. I'm here to explain what's going on with the U.S. government enforcing heavily the U.S. trucking industry nowadays. So, from a national security standpoint, we're talking about other countries, other governments, government officials who want to get information on the United States of America and the transportation industry, things of that nature. Want to find out logistical patterns or things that are moving along, or want to incite accidents, terrorist attacks, possibly people who want to hack into devices and monitor for whatever weird reasons they might want to do that. It's all a threat to national security. So, for any truck drivers who watch this video, this is what you need to say. This is what you need to say, okay? You need to come on YouTube, or you just say it, or post a video, go on some social media and say this. This is what you need to say. I am a truck driver with a federal license in the United States of America. If any company or corporation is involved in a corporation that creates my cellular device or runs my cellular service or has any sort of information gathering business, is involved in illegally providing access to my camera or sound in my phone to a third-party buyer, no matter who it is, it could be anybody, private party, child support agency, who knows, anybody. If you do that actively, you are a threat to national security, and you need to stop immediately, or you will be prosecuted for it. When I'm here, I'm driving for a company, and that company has to comply with the FMCSA. If you're gathering information on drivers for whatever reason, recording them, their sound, why would you be doing that from a national security standpoint? Now, I'm not going to talk about it too much longer. I'm going to post you two videos. I'm going to show you guys two videos that I recorded and posted them unlisted. And if you guys didn't know, posting unlisted videos is a great way to share information with the ABC boys, you know? In case you see something going on, you can just post it unlisted. Let me show you guys two videos. These are videos that I recorded unlisted, never actually posted. This one's called, I'll let you guys look. Remember that movie? You know you're effed up, right? Yeah, effed up, right? That video. Let me show you guys this one. These are two videos that I posted unlisted about national security. I've done some traveling overseas, and I observed some things, and it's coming out in the news now. So, you know, I didn't want to say it back then because I didn't want people to think I'm crazy. Hey, what's up, guys? I want to ask you all a couple of questions. Hypothetical question, right? So check this out. Hypothetical question. I don't say much about YouTube, you know what I mean? I don't say too much. I'm pretty sure a lot of my videos either got reported or blocked. Hi. Or maybe some people even got me shadow banned. I don't know, okay? Right? Will Smith. We're talking about the past 2 years, okay? So there's been some highs and lows and comments and videos and viewer interaction in that time, right? So let me just throw this out here so everyone can see and understand what's going on, okay? While my car warms up. So, for people who have maybe reported, flagged, trying to get this is from about a year ago. Blog, shadow banned, people who have, gotten in the comments and maybe said some things that, were possibly inaccurate. But I'm just going to say it anyway, maybe create some shadow of doubt. If my channel caught the attention of some authority figures, okay, Now, why would that happen? Well, because I'm a truck driver, okay? So we live in, unfortunately, a post-9/11 world, okay? So we don't want people out here pretending to be who they're not, hopping behind the wheel of trucks or airplanes or boats or trains, taking them to do horrible things, okay? So obviously we have policing departments to take care of this. I'm going to ask you a question. 16 years ago, I walked into an FBI processing center by choice, so I could put a hazmat endorsement on my license. It's not mandatory. I volunteered to do it, which means I volunteered to say, hey, this is who I am. Here's my ID. Take my fingerprints with ink, palm prints, profile pictures, mugshots, basically agreeing, okay, I'm going to be a law-abiding citizen for the rest of my life, because if you don't know, to take hazmats, we have a hazmat endorsement. The federal government is basically giving you access to haul corrosives, liquid flammables, explosives, radioactive materials. Okay? 16 years ago I did this for the first time, and I've done it several times since, but you don't have to go to the FBI processing center anymore. So if a federal or local policing agency notices some incongruencies, some discrepancies, don't you think the first thing they're going to do is say, hey, ain't that Dexter? We got him on file, man. Did he go off the deep end? Did he go off the deep end? Don't you think they're going to watch this video and be like, oh, what's going on? So, okay, seems like he's doing his job. Same thing we've known him to do. Okay, he may not be the perfect person. He may not have, walking the perfect path in life. He might have some things that he doesn't do, in the smartest way. Maybe he mismanages some things here and there. But for the most part, a law-abiding citizen, pays his taxes, does his job. He seems to be making videos online that seems to be in line with what he went to college for. He seems to have a creative side. I don't see anything going wrong here. So why are all these people reporting his videos? We know who this guy is. Why all of a sudden all these people reporting and flagging and trying to get this person's channel slowed down or taken down? Now remember, a policing agency whose job it is to find incongruencies and discrepancies, people trying to cover things up and hide things. Why all of a sudden are all these people saying this man is doing something wrong, someone that we already know who he is and volunteered to have his life monitored in some aspect 16 years ago when he was in his 20s? Why? Look up what the RICO Act is. And look up
I want to say, don't pay attention to this part, because I actually looked up the RICO Act. It wasn't invented by Rudy Giuliani.
Look it up.
It wasn't.
I think Rudy Giuliani created it. Look up Department of Homeland Security. If you drive a truck, you have to have a Department of Transportation number on the side of the truck. It's a federal agency. We have to keep logbooks so that they can keep track of our time, what we're doing, things like that. FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, right? And we got rules and regulations we have to follow for them. Do you think one of those agencies said, wait a second, these guys are really trying to get this guy's video taken down? Really trying to slow down his channel? How do we know they're not trying to cover something up? Maybe they're trying to put this person in a disadvantageous position. Maybe they want to use him in some sort of terrorist plot. Because, we know who this guy is. We know who Dexter is. Why was these people coming after him? Maybe we should investigate. Is this a possible conspiracy to commit terrorism case? He does drive a truck. If someone's stealing his money or messing with his payroll or messing with his personal life, that could be intent to blackmail. That would give a federal policing agency all the ammunition they need to just investigate anyone who's flagged or reported a video just to be safe, right? And in the process of investigating that, what's the probability they might have opened up something that they didn't even know was there and said, oh, let's investigate further? Hypothetical question, just asking. I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a federal agent. I don't know. Just asking you to think. What do you think the likelihood of this happening? What do you think the probability of this happening? How long do you think it would have taken for a FBI, CIA, DEA, ATF, FMCSA, DOT style policing agency, Homeland Security, NTSB, NSA, whatever, to say, wait a second, maybe we should investigate the people who are reporting and flagging these videos, trying to figure out why. It's a pretty mundane job that I do, pretty run-of-the-mill. Other than hazmats, it is dangerous, trucks are dangerous, but just a regular guy, I don't have a lot of followers on YouTube, so why would they want to get this guy's channel shut down? Maybe they're trying to cover something up? Point is, if you believe anything that I'm saying, someone out there might have snitched on themselves. Just saying. Like I said, I've been to the FBI processing center. I don't have anything to hide. Trust me. I gave that right up a long time ago. They got my prints, profile, everything. They know who I am. They know who I am. Because I got a CDL license. And I do have a hazmat endorsement. It's inactive at the moment, but they know who I am. They know who you are. If they did a background check on you, what would they find? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe write in the comments, right? Good day.
That's one video I posted, right? Okay. So, again, for you truck drivers out there, just say it out loud, say it into your camera. If anyone's recording my sound or my video for any other means than what the FMC guidelines say, stop. The U.S. government's what? $40 trillion in debt? So you don't want anybody to find out that some of these major cell phone companies, allegedly, or cell service providers, allegedly, are tracking people illegally while they are performing safety-sensitive functions for the United States of America, okay? I'm going to play you one more video. Just one more. That's it. Pretty boring and dry, I know it's pretty boring, I know, but there's a lot of this going on in the news right now, and I'm just providing any clarity for any of you who might be interested in knowing about these type of things. Hold on. I got to get you guys the right video. It's another video I made. I actually made a couple, but this is another unlisted video that I made a while back, about a year ago. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dexter. How you guys doing? Drive Me Scam. I haven't posted in a long time, but I have an interesting video for today that I'd like to post. Let me make sure this is off here, guys. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay. You know, it's 2024, and I was thinking, there's so much news now about artificial intelligence and these AI programs that is artificial intelligence. And, you know, we're entering the age now of, like, robotics, eugenics, just really far out stuff, like really sci-fi stuff. And I started to wonder, we have so much access and control. There's cameras everywhere. Everyone can gather your information from social media. There's all these data breaches and hacks going on. How do we know that there's not a group or a government entity or a large corporation or just, you know, rich people or just people who are really good at, you know, writing code for computers or manipulating code for computers? How do we know there's not a group out there that is intentionally manufacturing people to be financially well off or financially indentured? So, for example, it's possible to control every aspect of someone's life these days, meaning from the morning you wake up, or from the moment you wake up in the morning, how much time you spend on your phone, how much money you spend. Like, for example, like McDonald's knows how much money you spend at McDonald's. They know. You don't know, but they know. It's an app, or anytime you get like rewards, or anytime you buy something on their touchscreen kiosk, it saves your information. It knows who you are, knows what you buy. So how do we know that there aren't targeted individuals who are unwillingly being subjected to financial disparaging positions in life? Now you say, well, you know, it could just be someone makes bad decisions, you know, someone's not trying their best, they need to read more, they need to study more, they need to do better. That's totally plausible. That makes a lot of sense. It really does, because, you know, free will, anyone can make their own decision, and maybe someone just makes bad decisions, right? Maybe that's what happens. But what if it's a situation where somebody's doing it because the intent behind doing it is to put somebody in a financially disparaging position with the intent of causing some sort of terrorist attack? What are we doing? And this is like for like governments and authorities, people in charge, people in power. What are we doing to stop individuals from singling out people of a certain psych profile, profession, a certain habit pattern, and manipulating these people's lives, you know, via social security number, credit cards, what they buy, stores that they buy stuff at, prices? Anyone can be in on it, because your life can be tracked in every aspect. Everything's online, everything's electronic now. Everything's electronic now. Where you go, you pop up on a camera, what you buy, how often you go there, and then you have these AI programs that can create predictive patterns on you, right? Okay. You guys know what to say. I gotta get back to work. For any truck drivers who might watch this video on the replay, you know what to say, just in case, okay? Just to save yourself, or if you're worried about it. That's all you gotta say. Just say that, hey, I drive a truck. It's a matter of national security. Because you don't know. But it's coming out in the news now. So, you guys have a good day.